The struggle for me today has definitely been that I wasn't sure if I wanted to do a get ready with me without talking or a chit chat ready with me because I wanted to listen to Disney music. Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my summer everyday makeup routine kind of a thing because at the moment I'm just in love with wearing glossy lips and just doing a very peachy, goldy look. And when I've posted photos on my Instagram with my makeup, you've just been like, oh, please do a tutorial. So now I'm gonna be sharing it with you and hopefully you're gonna enjoy it. And yeah, it's all gonna be very glowy, very peachy, all of that good stuff that I really love. And without further ado, let's get into it. And the lighting right now is not the best because the weather is just crap, so it is not really that summery weather, so I have to use like studio lighting today, which really annoys me, but that's just the struggle. For my base, I'm gonna be using my Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched face base. I love it to pieces, you know that, it's just a holy grail for me. Oh, and many were so mad at me for using my finger to get the product out onto my face, but I'm just like, it's only me who's gonna be using the product. I mean, I guess that it is not really the most sanitary thing, and I totally agree, and that's also why I'm not really into like jar packaging. I love this one so very much. It just feels so incredible on the skin. And hopefully you can't see, but I've actually got a little sit or spot in my brow, and it hurts like hell. And as a foundation, I'm gonna be using the Makeup Forever Face and Body Foundation. I love this one so very much, especially for that very glowy, not too heavy coverage. It is definitely higher coverage than the MAC Face and Body, definitely, but still not too heavy. So it's a very nice everyday foundation. And this is in the shade 32, I believe. The only thing that I don't really like about this foundation that much though is the smell. It smells very perfumey in a very old-fashioned way, and I don't like that. And I'm just gonna be using my very dirty Eva brush. It is the buffer brush, just to buff it into the skin. And it doesn't really cover too much of any discoloration or anything like that. But once again, redness will be kind of gone, and wherever I've got some more that I want to cover, I'm gonna be using a concealer. And as you can probably see, I still have got some imperfections that I really want to cover because that's just who I am. I do prefer my like medium to full coverage, and this is more like a light coverage definitely. But for summer, I'm more into the lighter coverage, but I just still want to conceal any spots or anything that I don't want to see or that I don't want anybody else to see. I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer in the shade medium neutral. That was difficult for me to say, I don't know why. And I'm using it under my eyes, and yes, I do use fairly much because the dark circles, guys, they're not cute. Around my nose, on my nose, and then wherever I've got some minor pimples, spots, whatever, all of that good stuff. And honestly, I feel like that I can keep on doing this forever because I always feel like there's so much to cover. The struggle. You get what I mean. And I'm gonna be using my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush just to blend it in. I don't really like it for foundation, but concealer, it is good. And I'm just dipping it into my skin. So how are you guys? Are you enjoying summer? To me, summer is all about working. Work. I'm just working my ass off, guys. The Danish summer weather this year is just not good. I must be honest, guys. I really want to go on vacation. The US. And then just using whatever's left on my finger on my eyelid. And to set it down, I'm going to be using my Rimmel Stay Matte Powder in the color Translucent. And my favorite brush just to get in under my under eye area is the Real Techniques Duo Fiber Contour Brush. I have never used this for contouring. I've always used it for my under eye area. And I just gently pat it in. And also just around my nose because honestly, I always get that very crusty look around my nose or my nostrils during the day, and it just doesn't look cute. See that, guys? It is well loved. Moving on to the eyebrows, I'm not gonna be doing too much, but let's just zoom you in so you can see what's gonna happen. Firstly, I'm gonna be... no. Firstly, I'm actually gonna be using my MAC brow set in the color Clear. Even though I'm not doing a too heavy brow today, it is still kinda, how to say it, like, I do use fairly many products still because I'm a brow girl. I love them brows though. And do you see that freaking little spot right there? It looks so gross. Furthermore, in the brow, I'm gonna be using my Benefit Gimme Brow in the shade 3, I think. Yes, 3. Love this little teeny tiny thing. And lastly, because tea, I just really want to finish up the tail nicely. I'm just going to be using the Bobbi Brown Longwear Brow Gel. This is in the shade Blonde. That's actually how I do my brows when I just want them to be a teeny tiny bit more natural but still defined, if you get what I mean. But now let's move on to the eyeshadows, because if there's one thing that I love about summer is that I get to wear so many like really warm tone eyeshadows. Just a disclaimer, but this is not anything really that difficult to do. You can do it in like literally 2 minutes in the morning. So that is also why it's my everyday makeup routine for summer, because it's quick, simple, easy, and freaking beautiful. Getting even further up close, hello. Firstly, I'm gonna be using my MAC Pro Longwear concealer? No. My MAC Pro Longwear Paint Pot in the shade Soft Ochre. And this I just use as a base on my eyelids. And I'm using the Soeva, concealer buffer, just to buff it into the eyelids. Can you even say that? I don't know. But that's what I do. Do you know that thing where you've been sleeping on this side of your face and this eye is just so sore today? Honestly, it really hurts to put on any kind of makeup or anything like that on my eyelid. It's just like, ow, 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 ow. Especially right there in the middle. Ow. And now I'm actually just going back and just putting a little extra of the Pro Longwear Paint Pot just on my eyelid, not all up there, but just on my eyelid. And I do this just to make sure that the eyeshadow that we're gonna put on in a moment is gonna really stick down and be so freaking pigmented and yeah, just shining. As an eyeshadow, I'm gonna be using my Bobbi Brown highlighting powder in the color Bronze Glow, and it is so beautiful. I love it so much. And I'm both gonna be using it on my eyelids and later on my cheeks as well. Oh. Oh my god, it hurts so much. I'm just gonna be using a brush, and I'm using the Soeva Smudger brush, just so I can get all the way in there. And I know to some people this may be way too much for an everyday makeup. To me, this is my take on an everyday makeup. I love it, I wear it all the time. And in my crease, just to define it a teeny tiny bit more, I'm gonna be using my Bobbi Brown eyeshadow in the color called Toast. And I'm using my MAC 217 blending brush just to get it into my crease. And this is such a great shade to put in the crease because it is not too heavy. It's not gonna show up too much. It's just gonna create a tiny bit more definition to the crease area. And then I'm just grabbing my MAC 219 brush. This is a pencil brush. And I'm just using this one once again under my lower lashes. I'm going to be using these two from Becca, the Shimmering Skin Perfectors in the color Pearl and also in the color Champagne Pop. So I'm going to be using those two in the inner corner, and I'm using my Kat Von D Shade and Light brush for that with the pencil brush. So this is actually the eyeshadows done. I'm not gonna be doing any liner. You could probably do that if you wanna go for that night out kind of look. That will look really, really beautiful as well, actually. But I'm gonna be sticking to just applying some mascara because we don't want it to be too cray-cray or out there, because this is, as I said, an everyday makeup routine. For mascara, I'm gonna be using the Revitalash Volumizing Mascara. I've done a first impression on it, and either it's up already now or it will be up very, very soon. Ow. Oh, why is this eye so freaking sore? Oh, oh, oh. And for the lower lashes, I'm gonna be using my MAC Prolongwear. Why is everything Prolongwear to me today? I'm gonna be using my MAC Extended Play Gigablack Lash Mascara. For bronzer, I've been loving this thing from Bare Minerals, and I'm not sure if this is limited edition products, but the color called the Ocean View is just so freaking beautiful. It's very warm tone and I just really like it. And to apply that, I'm going to be using my MAC 168 brush. Firstly, using it around my temples just to warm up. Then, as I said, I'm gonna be using the Bobbi Brown highlighting powder in Bronze Glow once again on my cheeks, and I'm gonna be using it on my all over cheek kind of area, and I'm gonna be using my angle face brush from Bobbi Brown. And lastly, because you know I'm crazy in love with highlight, no matter if I go for that very out there look or that very down-toned everyday look, I always use, like always use highlighter. So I'm gonna be using Champagne Pop from Becca once again because I want that pop. Ooh! Nose as well. Cupid's bow. And just to get a tiny bit more of that peachy glow on my cheeks, which I really want, I'm gonna be using my Milani Baked Powder Blush in the color Luminoso. And I haven't used this one for such a long time, but honestly, the most pretty peachy color ever. Oh, it's so cute. For lip liner, I'm gonna be using my Bobbi Brown lip liner in the color Beige. And once I've applied that, I'm gonna be using my MAC Cream Sheen Glass in the color Revitalash, which is a nice peachy shade. Makeup look, and as you can see, it is very peachy, very golden, very bronzy as well, which is my personal favorite for summer, definitely. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed this little tutorial, and if you did, remember to like and subscribe as well. And also, I've got a huge favor to ask for you guys. As you know, or may not know if you're not from Denmark, Guldtuben is right now actually, and you can nominate me for the Style of the Year, for the YouTube of the Year, if you feel like it, obviously. And it would really mean so much to me if you guys would log on to this link right here, and then obviously, if you want to, nominate me in one of those categories. If you don't know about Guldtuben, it is a huge Danish award show for YouTubers. It's just a show where you get different awards and you get to celebrate, you know, like the Danish YouTube community. I'm so excited. I'm going to go there as well this year, and I'm gonna vlog the entire experience for you guys so you can follow me around, and yeah, it's just gonna be amazing. But as I said, I would be so appreciative if you would vote for me or nominate me. But thank you so very much for watching. I love you all to the moon and back and everywhere else. Bye!